Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Monetize Your Mission Mastermind for Monday, September 29th, 2025. We finally made it to fall. And today we're going to be talking about Skool and Substack. And the goal is going to be to show you how to use Substack for visibility and authority and Skool for community and offers, and together to attract clients and monetize consistently. So, the big picture about why they work together is that Substack is really great for getting visibility and building authority, right? You go over there, you post your content, and if you interact with other people over there, then they will interact with you, which means you have to subscribe to some people and you have to follow people and you have to leave comments on their notes and you have to leave comments on their content. And it's really helpful if you find people that are kind of bigger over there and you start to engage with the other commenters in their on their content, because those people will look at your profile and they will look to see, what you're doing. And if they're commenting on something that you're interested in and that's kind of related to what you're talking about on Substack, then they're going to come and follow you and subscribe to your content too. So there's a bit of synergy that happens when you do stuff like that. And don't be afraid to DM people. Start a conversation with them. You never know where it's going to go. It could be that you end up going live together. You could have them on your podcast. You could do content swaps. It's just like, it, it's all about making real connections over there. Um, and then having a reason for them to subscribe to your newsletter. And you can have different paid tiers. And you want, and if you have a podcast, even better, because you're constantly attracting more and more people through your podcast to your Substack and giving them a reason to monitor, to subscribe, and to pay to subscribe in some cases. When it comes to Skool is all about community, and it's a way to put other offers out. I know I was talking to somebody about, I think I was talking to Tiffany. Tiffany wanted to know about um, putting offers, where to put outside offers. Like if you have standalone offers that you want to give to people, and you can do it on Substack, definitely. But it's much easier just to have a community over on Skool and put it in the classroom and put it behind a paywall. Um, and it's super easy to do that, and it will actually host, if it's a course, it'll host your course right there. Or you can have people sign up for different levels and then have them be able to get into different spaces with you. And you can have like Zoom rooms or community gatherings. I call them Zooms, but it's really just community gatherings on Skool for just specific people. So that's something else to keep in mind, which is why I keep like going on and on about Skool and wanting people to come to Skool, the Skool community, because it's a place where I can put stuff. And I will just put out right now, there's a resource tab in the Skool community. It has got a bunch of really good resources in there. If you're wondering about, how to organize your podcast, how to put your content together, how to find your niche, how to do all kinds of different things, how to do a call to action. It's all in that resource page. Uh, Look through it. I forget how many there are over there, but I just put another one up today that I'm going to share with you here in a little bit. That they're just short worksheets or checklists that will help make your life simpler. You can print them out or just, I don't know about you. Sometimes I just looking at things, it'll jog my memory to do stuff. So Skool community, monetization hub, put your offers, calls, and resources in one space that's just defined for you rather than on Substack, which can sometimes feel like it's getting real muddied when you start having chats, and then you got DMs and you got notes and you got your content and you got your podcast, and you're just like doing so many things over there that people tend to like they're they're not going there just to specifically engage with you and your community, whereas on Skool, that's what they're there for. They want to know what's happening, and this is the great place for it. So think of Substack as your magnet and Skool as your container. And so your simple system is you create on Substack, publish free posts and episodes to grow your audience, offer a paid tier for deeper training, templates, or bonus content, and make your Skool community part of your free offer when they subscribe. Or you can make it part of your founding member offer if they want to go deeper with you. And when they become founding members, you can make them part of a private or paid community over on Substack. And so you're going to engage on Skool, welcome new members with a pinned post and an orientation video. I have not got the orientation video up just yet, but I'm working on it. It'll be there soon. Offer weekly calls, Q&As, and masterminds, and try not to confuse your audience by, saying you're going to do one thing, but you're really doing something else, but then you're going to do this other thing. And you all know what I'm talking about because it happened to us today. Upload courses and mini trainings in the classroom section, and it's way better than Facebook groups. For one thing, you own the content. Facebook's just a danger zone. It's like a little bomb waiting to go off in your business world where they cut you off randomly, no notice. Just like suddenly your business is gone if you're putting all your eggs in that basket. LinkedIn is the same way, and Instagram is the same way. Telegram mostly drives people crazy because it's constantly going off, and it's just like the dopamine hits are, you have to like, even if you mute Telegram,
Yeah.
it's like you somehow feel like I gotta go over there and look at this stuff because I just need to see what's happening. And then it's kind of confusing, and there's different threads and stuff, whereas Skool is pretty straightforward. It's what we're used to seeing, the way it's set up as far as threads, and it's not a lot dissimilar from Facebook, but in terms of, you got posts and you can follow things, but there's little categories that you can go into to sort it. So you can find what you're looking for a little easier. And then you've got the classroom where it's got all of the coaching stuff is in one space, and a calendar where you can see what's coming up for as far as events. So here's the monetization flow. You've got free Substack and low ticket, like your Substack paid tier. And then mid ticket would be Skool memberships, audits, and coaching. And you can even go high ticket as far as like founding members and paid communities over on Skool. And you can have more than one Skool community. With Substack paid tiers, you've got bonuses, bonus episodes, you've got templates, you've got behind the scenes stuff that you can offer to just your paid community. You can do special trainings over there for just your paid subscribers, and you can have paid and free content on the same Substack, as well as paid and free podcast episodes on the same podcast. Um, so you can work with that in terms of figuring out what you want to give your paid people, what you want to give everybody. I always encourage people with Substack, let everybody comment on your content. When you start putting content behind, when you start putting the commenting, but not the content, behind a paywall, it just makes people angry. And they probably more often than not won't subscribe to your Substack because they wanted to leave a message or comment on other people's comments. So it's just something to keep in mind. If you're going to make something paid on Substack, make the whole thing paid, make people pay to get over there. If you're going to make something free, leave the comments open and let people comment. Um, yeah, unless you're in a in an area that's really controversial and you're getting a lot of hate. And in that case, then maybe that content just needs to be paid subscribers only because you're protecting them in terms of what they're sharing. I talk to you specifically, Deb, because I can see where the kind of content that you could put up could be kind of polarizing for some people. But, you know, it's their problem. They don't want a better sex life. So
I have
school
to say,
groups,
as of this moment, I have yet to get a comment that was on my personal experience, personal page, personal whatever, that was negative. And I'm curious what'll happen when it happens.
yeah, that's a great attitude to have. I love what you're doing. I don't get me wrong. It's like it's a needed thing. I just and I'm glad. I'm really glad to hear that. That's actually very encouraging. Um, so with school groups, you've got live coaching, live workshops, premium courses, community access. Um, And then the funnel is pretty much your free podcast, your free content goes to your paid Substack and school membership and high ticket coaching. Does that all make sense for you guys? Okay. So,
I I do have a quick question for you.
yeah, yeah,
So
jump on.
I have Go High Level,
Uh-huh.
and you may or may not be familiar with it.
Totally familiar with it.
Great. It does a lot of the things that Skool does. And I'm curious if there's anything that is so incredible about Skool that I need to consider. Although I just got on to go high level and, I'm just kind of getting started there. So is there anything on Skool that go high level will absolutely be missing?
Yes. They're two totally different kind of animals. When it comes to go high level, I love it. I've been on there for several years and I know it really well. And I encourage people to go high level because I think it's a great tool um, for for building a larger funnel. If you're building a business, you need go high level. But when it comes to Skool and posting content on Skool and having a community on Skool versus having it on go high level, people come to Skool because there's a lot of different things going on over here. It's not like people just join one community on Substack or on Skool. They join a variety of communities and there's a directory. So people can find you on Skool. And Skool is kind of gamified. That's not kind of, it just flat out is gamified. So people are, if you have a little bit of a competitive bent to your personality, I confess I get off on getting the different levels. It's just like it's how I get my hits, my dopamine hits. And so with Skool, it encourages you to interact with people because it rewards you. And you get recognition in different communities and everybody starts at I think one in all the communities and then you do a few comments and you like some stuff and you start interacting with people and you make relationships with people in other communities and again they're going to find you over here. You cannot do that on go high level. It just doesn't work that way. It's everybody, every man for himself. And my experience with communities on websites, and I've had communities on my own website, is that people just don't really think to go there. That it's like it- it's it's not intuitive. We all get kind of trained to go to Facebook because we're going to have certain interactions, or LinkedIn, or wherever your place is that you hang out, or Substack, where you go there, you know what the routine is, you're interacting with people, you got friends, you make comments. Well, Skool kind of gets that way too. And you end up meeting people that are actually trying. A lot of these people are trying to make businesses out of Skool because Hormozy's behind it, and he's all about, helping people become real entrepreneurs rather than just people floundering in the dark, which so many do. But there's just like there's a big push for helping people and helping each other in Skool, which doesn't happen on your own platform. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is that in terms of go high level, it's great for the funnels and the contacts and those pieces.
Mhm.
And for hosting your content and having a classroom, for lack of a better word,
Mhm.
Skool is a really good option because not only do you have the class, but it's like a college where you get to go and check out other classrooms and hang out in the hallways.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It it's and it's fun. So the quick action plan is start posting weekly on Substack and do your daily notes. At least one piece of larger content each week. Interact with other contributors. Add a paid tier with one or two juicy bonuses, and open a free Skool community with one clear topic: visibility, monetization, healing, whatever. Um, the you can get a Skool community right now for $9.95 a month, which is it's a big deal. It's usually $99 a month. Um, and there's just a difference in how much of a cut Substack will take, or Skool will take, when you sell stuff through them. However, you can put links directly to your Stripe account in Skool, so you can bypass that whole payment thing, especially if you have a free community. So if you're just trying to sell standalone offers, um, or courses, or just pieces of information, send them directly to a Stripe link or a Stripe landing page. A landing page is like you could send them to your landing page over on Go High Level. Deb, does that make sense? Okay. And then offer a simple first product inside a Skool. Maybe it's something for $97 or $27, or whatever you want, whatever you want to put together to just kind of like test it. But you can encourage people to subscribe to your Substack because they get closer access to you in Skool. And that is the end. I think I was going, oh, I thought I had another one. It's like, I thought I had more slides on here. So what are you guys doing? Let's brainstorm how you could leverage these two platforms and get the money flowing. Who wants to jump on first?
I can start because I've officially jumped off the meta ship. So
Okay.
it's make it or break it on these two platforms. And so my first question to you would be, would you recommend keeping the Skool as a free option for the paid Substock membership? Or would you keep it free, period, and then have paid content on it? So if somebody wants to pay for a course, they can just purchase it or unlock the tiers.
I have actually got two Skool communities. One is a paid community and it's a
Mhm,
premium paid community. The other one is a free community, and I do have stuff that people can buy over there in the
mhm,
classroom. I have some free stuff over there too, but mostly it's paid stuff. And then there's interaction, and I help people be able to really leverage Substack better because they're in school.
mhm,
So it's really there's so to answer your question, yes, I would keep Skool free for,
mhm.
and I would make it like something that you give your free subscribers on Substack. I would talk about it a lot. Come over to my become a free subscriber and get access to my Skool community where you're going to learn and get all of this great stuff and
Okay.
have closer access to me. And then in both, you can also talk if you want to have another community um that is actually a paid community, you can do that too. But if you're just trying to get people in your coaching programs, a free community is awesome. And you don't even have to like use Skool's payment mechanisms, so you can bypass the whole 9% uh fee that they charge to process their payments at the 9.95 a month level,
Mhm.
just by going directly to whatever your landing page is or whatever your Stripe link is. Make sense?
Understood. Absolutely.
Okay. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. And let me know when you get it, because I want to be part of it.
I have it because I subscribed when Alex Hormozy launched the book.
Mhm.
So I have the 3 months free to learn everything is coaching about. And then I think it's from November I will start paying the 9.99. So I have it. And I have Substock, which I admit I've been neglecting a bit because I got so sucked into trying being in the national press that was my dopamine it pitch in the press constantly. So now that I don't have to think about what to put on Facebook, I want to go back and really nurture Substock more. But I will be in the press soon again. But I want to focus
You
on
should tell
Substock.
us all about the press thing in Substack and
I
YouTube.
should, I should.
Make videos about it, post the videos on Substack and on YouTube. And because I hear from people that should know that just getting on the camera and talking is big on YouTube right now. That's how small creators are getting traction over on YouTube. Tell them how to do something. Doesn't have to be really long, but something specific. Make
That's
sense?
amazing. Okay. Okay. So they're kind of getting on the wave of all the TikTok and Instagram, and you can use that plan. I tried TikTok today, guys. 5 minutes. I felt traumatized. It's gonna,
Yeah, there's just like
because somebody said
With
try TikTok to sell your products and things like that.
with all
Traumatizing.
with all this stuff they're doing around TikTok being sold and the folks that look like they're going to buy it, I have to say, if you haven't started on TikTok, it's probably not the time to do it.
Yeah, no, no, no. Literally 5 minutes, and I've deleted the account. It's just not for me.
you just gotta feel what platform is like, you just resonate with it and then just double down on that.
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yes.
I I think you'll find that as you're like really spending more time in the Substack community, that you're going to it'll feel like home to you rather than, and don't be afraid to go live over there. Buddy up
Yeah,
with
no,
people.
no. True. Like I'm on Skool a lot. I'm in quite a few communities, and I
Mhm.
do interact a lot, and I like the networking side of things. I mean, visibility means different things to different people.
Mhm.
And just doing Instagram Reels is just not my style. I like the educational level of these platforms,
Mhm.
and that's why I jumped ship very happily, as you know.
All right, Allie, what you
Yeah.
got, girl?
Oh my God. I swear it just all feels overwhelming and complicated and forces me to do things I do not like to do. Um, I mean, this Telegram thing with what's their name? I don't mention any names, but I'm not going to continue with it because it's too friggin' hard for me to figure out where, and she even sent me little videos and whatever, and I'm frustrated with number one with the technology, number two with having, all I want is a group of 10 people in a group. That's all I want. I don't need any more than that. I don't want any more than that. So what do I do? I don't want to have a whole bunch of content. Ugh, and I'm not interested in reading what other people write. It's too much shit. I don't care. I'm being really, really honest right now. I'm
Yeah,
sitting
go
in
for
my
it.
home going, what the hell? I love helping people. I love supporting people in their dreams. I can see what people are doing and I can help them to see how they can change it. But I don't enjoy at all networking. I never have been a networker, whether it's in person or online. I'm an introvert. I like my quiet. I don't I don't want to talk about a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to hear a bunch of bullshit. So that's where I'm at. I just want a group of 10 women,
But
period.
that's why school is for you, because I'm exactly like you. And that's why I left Facebook.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why school is for
I,
you.
I, and I don't know because even with Substack, it's like, okay, so I have a bunch of followers and I have some free subscribers, but I don't I don't want to have to perform. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to perform. I'm done with that. I really am done with that. I just want to say, here's who I am, this is what I do, this is what I offer. You want to know me? Connect with me. I'm an open book, but I don't want to have to sell people stuff. I don't want to have to do funnels and get this and then get that and then I don't want to do all that. So that's where I'm at. And I don't know what to do with that. you know
At some level, you have to become visible. I mean, you could wear a sign and walk down the street to just say, "Hey, I'm looking for 10 people who are introverts like me."
I know,
Oh,
I look back on the businesses that I've created that were, $1 million businesses
mhm.
and how I did it. And when I first started counseling and coaching, I put a tiny little ad in the telephone book. I put a tiny little ad in a little local magazine. And within 3 months, I was making money, lots of it. Okay. I didn't have to do free calls. I didn't have to offer them something to get. No, people were like, okay, I need counseling. I need coaching. Here we go. When I
You
started
can
my
still
in-home,
do that.
huh?
You can still do that. Almost every community has some small local,
I
like
have done
penny
that.
saver or
I
something.
have done that, and I have done it for 6 months and not a peep. I've put out flyers in the community and not a peep. There's so much noise out there, so much noise. And then, even with my in-home care agency, I told my story. That's it. And I was the top seller in the country, market penetration. And I hated marketing. I didn't do marketing. I just told my story. So, I mean, it's just too much noise now for people like me, and I'm very discouraged. Very. So, and everything is me studying. All I do is watch all your videos, watch somebody else's videos, take notes on this shit. I make a it's all I'm doing is gathering information all the time, and that does not pay any money. I'm done with that too. You know, so maybe I shouldn't even be here, Jill. I'm sorry. But that's
You're good, Alex. Be real.
I am being real right now, you know? I'm being real. It's just,
We've all had these thoughts running through our heads at one point or another.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can tell you that there was someone, and I saw this advert on Facebook, and she's calling herself the coach for introverted coaches, okay? And she has a group program and everything, which is a very low price group coaching. And if you go through what she's teaching you, you still have to be on social media because
Right.
that's the first place where people go nowadays, and that's because of the internet.
Right. I know. So my simple formula is that I'm on Substack. I just put my third part of my story, which only goes to those people who are subscribed. I'm going to start a podcast, and I'm going to just get on there and just share my thoughts for the day, basically. So people get to know who I am. And I'm going to do that initially one time a week because I think I can handle that. I might still write an article or do some notes. And I'll open a Skool, and because that's where I will want to put my group. And then, once every couple of different videos, I'll just say, hey, if you like what you're hearing and you want help and I have a group and this is what it costs and this is when we meet and these are the topics that we cover and it's month to month, join me or not, I don't care. No, I wouldn't say that, but that's all I
You
want.
could. You
That's all.
could. And then you're just going to get the people that really relate to you.
Right. Yeah.
Just be you. And when you're posting your videos, post them on your YouTube channel, give it 24 hours and let it, apparently YouTube does something behind the scenes for 24 hours. Well, it's getting ready to be scheduled to get posted. So it gets a little more into the algorithm. This is something I just learned.
Wait, so I'm confused because I do have a channel and I have posted stuff in the back. So what you're saying is upload it, but then don't post
Schedule
it.
it.
Don't
You do
schedule.
schedule it, just don't make it go public right away.
Okay.
Okay. There's private, unlisted, public, and then down a little ways is schedule.
Right.
Just schedule it for 24 hours in the
Oh,
future.
okay.
And
All right.
it'll do what it's supposed to do. And then give it 3 thumbnails
Okay.
and tell it to run a test. Because apparently when it runs a test, it sends it out to more people to test each thumbnail.
And the thumbnail is what? Just a piece of
It's
snippet?
a picture. It's a picture that goes on the video to attract attention. The title and the thumbnail are the 2 biggest pieces to
Mhm.
get people to click on your content.
Okay.
Excuse me. Make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I actually found a woman this weekend. I don't even know how I found her, who does exactly what I want to do, only she does it through psychic and channeling and pendulum and I got it from a friend of mine, that's right. And she's really into the political scene, which I don't want to, but all she does is this video. And then from the video, she is selling journals, she is selling, different things that she has. And I would love to do that.
All you have to do is get started. You need some place where they can buy this stuff from you,
Right.
and which is just links. And you
So,
need to
so what I
create the content, and it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to talk to people personally, but you do need to like have some content out there.
well, yeah, I mean, and I'm doing that, but what I know that what I need to do is go out there and read other people's things and like it and comment and all that. And that just, I just,
Then don't do it.
I don't want to hear it. I mean, one of them is my dearest, dearest friend, and her things are so long. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Jane, get to the point and be done already. I don't have 20 minutes to read a book. And my brain can't handle it anymore. I'm too old
But
for,
that's all right. Different things to different people. You have to try these new platforms and see what feels more comfortable to you.
yeah.
Because
So
I don't
it's,
want to be autobiographical, but I've been back on Facebook after a year break because everybody you have to be on Facebook. And my soul was in a lot of pain. And I did not like the whole meta and reels and all this kind of thing because I like writing and Substack gives me the opportunity to write. School will give me the opportunity to teach. Sometimes, like I said, visibility means different things to different people. I would feel more, not even more comfortable, the idea of having to, dress up just for a video, hoping that somebody watches it. It's not for me. I'd rather have, like you said, 10 people who want to learn in a small community, in a cozy environment, and then I will make the effort to put my makeup on and have my hair done and all the kind of things
I
because
love you. Yeah,
people, no, but it's true. I'm
it
telling you
is
that
true. I know.
people are more intentional on those platforms.
Mhm.
And another thing, and maybe Jill and Deb can confirm that nobody spews hate at you. Like people are there intentionally to make genuine connection, to learn, to improve, and to grow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not social media in the, childish sense.
Right.
But until you try it and you don't know what feels comfort, like I don't know you, I've never met you before, but it makes
You're just saying
sense.
the best part.
It makes sense to me. Like I don't feel I'm an introverted person. See, I'm talking to you and I've never met you before, and you talking to us. So you're
Yeah.
clearly not introverted. You just have to find the container that makes sense to you and makes you feel comfortable. And
Yeah.
sorry for taking over your class, Jill.
Oh, good. It's all good. Why it's a mastermind.
Yeah.
It's not a class.
Mastermind.
I mean, I know how to put on an extroverted face and get up in front of people, and I love speaking. So teaching and speaking is my thing. But then I want absolute quiet and I want to be left alone. That's the introvert part where because it takes so much energy to be this that then I just need to go and rest and do nothing.
But
And
then you found your
right.
platforms.
Yeah, and so my question then is because you kind of lost me in the have the paid over here on tiers here on Substack, and then have your bring them over here and let them have that for free. And so because I listened to you and I'm like, okay, so my Substack first tier is $44 a month, but they can have it for $111 for the whole year. Well, I'm not doing that with my group membership. So so I'm confused how to,
It depends on what you want to do with Skool. You can make Skool just like you can do your thing on Substack and tell them that you have a Skool community. It's a paid community and it's whatever you want to charge. Um, sorry, Lauren was asking me about today. Um, it, you can decide what you want to charge for your Skool community and just make them totally separate, but tell people on Substack and on YouTube, wherever you're like creating your content. And so Substack will be that they need to go to Skool. Substack will just be the top part of your funnel, not the end. Your goal is not to really get paid subscribers on Substack so much as to get eyeballs over to Skool. So you can make all your content on Substack for free. And I would if I were you.
yeah, that
Just
makes,
you want to get as many subscribers on that list as you possibly can and tell them about how wonderful this community is over on Skool, and you would love for them to be part of it if they're fit in this little between these lines, because you don't want people in your community that are, not your people. And, don't be afraid to tell them, hey, you're not my people. I end up
So,
getting
so
really
but
nervous.
then you said something about the is it $9 and 9% of everything? So, so essentially I'm visible on just so I can get this clear. I'm visible on Substack doing my notes and my articles and my podcasts. No paywall. Instead, make the offer to come to Skool, but put the link in Substack to buy the membership so that they're not buying it in. Because either way, right? I mean, like if they buy it through Stripe, like I have it all on PayPal and I can do subscriptions and all of that. But it's the same as using Stripe. But when I use Stripe on Substack or Skool, I'm going to have their price on top of that. Right?
Yes, and this is the way to get around that. Have a paid community on Substack or on Skool. I'm sorry. Paid community on Skool.
Mhm.
Do it for $9.95, at least in the beginning, okay? To keep your expenses down. You're gonna
9.95
have
is the cost for Skool.
for Skool,
Okay.
and they will take 9% of whatever you're going to charge for people to come in.
Okay.
So you charge $10, they're gonna take 90 cents. Okay?
Yep.
But what you can do is you can make that price much, you could make the price bigger if people find you and want to join on Skool. If they find you on Skool and want to join through that Skool link, that's one price that's
Okay.
much higher. If they want to just join through your PayPal link, you can just put them in your Skool group. You can bypass that link altogether, like I did for you.
Okay.
Okay?
And so I would put that link in a post in my Substack.
Yes, I would find some way to make your Stripe or your PayPal link um short and attractive, like a pretty link or a bit.ly link or something that's easy to remember. Don't like leave the random numbers out there. Um but yeah, you have a WordPress website, don't you?
Yes, but I don't know how to use it, and I don't have a person who does. So,
I know how to use it and I can help you with that a little bit. There is a way to upload a widget over there, or yeah, I think it's called.
well, I can do it on a Canva page too. I can make one Canva page for each of my and just send them to the Canva landing page, right? And then they can sign up from there.
Okay. If that works for you, if you know how to do it, do that.
That I know how to do.
All we want is a link that doesn't look weird and
Because then
is easy to
Substack's
remember.
going to be like, what's that, right?
Well, no, because you want to be able to tell people what it is. Even if you go and buy a URL
Mhm.
to just redirect to whatever that link is for them to make the payment. You just want them to be able to make the payment and then you send them into the group. You welcome them into the group, you send them the link to join the group, and you can do that on Skool.
Okay. And then one last question that I have, and then I'll let, um, oh, and now I forgot what it was. Oh, shit.
Are you clear on the process?
I think so.
We'll come back to you in just a minute.
Okay.
Write it down. All right, Deb, what you got?
Yeah, so I am still trying to figure out kind of the posting aspect of Substack.
Mhm.
So for instance, I was marketing something called Coachella, which was my friend Jenna Danielson created the Cooch Ball, and it was amazing. And I just did not know what of those posts to put on Substack, so I didn't put anything there. And so I think So I've got two questions. So I would like to kind of go back and look at that a little bit. Um, but my overall flow at the moment is I'm getting my act together on Go High Level. I'm getting my act together at YouTube. I'm gonna look at, the Substack is gonna get some attention. And there, I just really got the hit as to like why Skool is important. I thought I was going to be able to like host my community and do a lot of these things on Go High Level, and it's kind of disappointing to find out that that may or may not be the case. So that is where I'm at right now. Um, yeah.
I'm not trying to like encourage you to do one more thing because, we all have our piles of stuff that we're trying to sort through. Um, I just, I've been down that path before, and communities like that, unless you have like a huge following,
hmm
um, it's
I,
it,
I I hear you, and it makes sense to me. And 9.99 a month versus 94, and I've certainly seen, like, I think you are now the third or fourth community that's Skool oriented. Um, and the idea that you can find find other communities through Skool is awesome. Like, all of these things are awesome. And my basic caveat in this moment is I am going to South Africa at the end of the month, and I will be gone for a month. And so I am I am closing the loops that are already open and not opening up any other loops at this particular moment. However, that being said, I will go and check out the free trial period and the 9.99 for Skool, because if I don't like it, um, I can always cancel. And if I don't sign up and it's another $40 or $40 a month, I'll be annoyed. So, that's how my brain thinks. Um, I have to jump in a moment, but I am curious what you would say about the kinds. I mean, I see a lot of your posts, and they're very much about, they seem to be, at least the ones that I see, tend to be like, hey, I've got a podcast, or hey, I've got a this. They're not necessarily, so my newsletter tends to be like, you know, my partner and I were at the CSA, and here's some pictures of this. And, one of the things I know about relationships is try new things together. It makes things better. And then a tip. And then it'll either have like my podcast episode that's coming out, and usually that's connected to whatever it is I'm talking about up here. And then down here, it'll say, this is where you can find me. And I'm curious, like, is that form of newsletter what I want to be posting, or do I want to be posting it differently?
I would say the content in general is good, but you always want to be driving a call to action to take a specific action. And in your case, I know with almost 96.12% accuracy, just to pull some random numbers out. Um, I, I know a guy who's over on Skool, and he has a community dedicated to guys trying to get over porn.
Mm-hmm.
He's making $30,000 a month in his paid community to help these people.
Mm-hmm.
So I, I know that the kind of content that you could create would do well over there because it's a very narrow niche.
Mm-hmm.
You're about, yeah, helping people with relationships, but specifically sexual relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And sex sells, you know? It's
Yeah. Well, I think I would love to have a longer conversation with you about this, because yeah, so basically it sounds like what you would suggest then is to make the content the way it is, and the call to action be join my Skool.
yes.
Join my classroom, join my school. Not necessarily my Substack, but my school. Is that
Yes.
what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's what you're hearing.
Okay.
And then in your school community, you can be a lot more direct
Mhm.
because it's your private community, you know.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much. And I look
You
forward
are
to
so welcome.
continuing this conversation. And have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.
You too.
All right. Thank you guys for joining and
I've remembered my question.
okay, go ahead.
So, I want to be able to email everybody that's in my Google email contacts and say, here's what I'm doing right now. Would love to have you join me on Substack. It's free. This is what you'll get. And if you don't want to, it's perfectly fine. It'd be easier if I could just put them right into Substack somehow and then let them unsubscribe if they don't want anything to do with it, right? Rather
Mhm.
than send. So is there a way to do that? Can you do that?
I think so. Let me get back to you on that one, Allie.
Okay.
I think yes, because, not because I've done it myself, but because I know someone who's moved her whole email list from MailerLite to Substack.
You can definitely do that. You can, it's just a CSV file, but I'm not sure how you get the CSV file from your Google contacts,
Mhm.
but that's all you need. And then Substack will send out, they'll just make them all subscribers and then they have to unsubscribe.
Right. But I mean, that's just a way to like boost my subscribers or at least let people
Mhm.
know, and then, shit, I mean, I got so many and um yeah, so okay.
Yeah.
You
The
can,
question, the real question that you could go ask Sam is, how do I get a CSV file of my Gmail contacts?
and before I upload it, and I don't know how to do that, I can go through and get rid of anybody I don't want to be contacting, right?
Yeah, because a CSV file is just a spreadsheet.
Okay.
So you just go through it and take those people out and then just leave the name and the email in the list and then upload that list to Substack where it says add subscribers.
Okay.
And then make sure that you go over to the email section in the settings. And there's an email that you can write to all of the people that are going to be added to your Substack. So you can tell them, hey, if you don't want to be on here, you can unsubscribe. I just thought you might be interested in what I'm doing over here, and that's why I invited you to become a subscriber. So no
Okay.
hard feelings if
Right.
I sent it to the wrong person.
Right. And I was gonna like make it kind of personal, like here's where I've been the last couple of years and tell them about my accident and the blah 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 and what I'm trying to create
Mhm.
now. Is that,
Yeah.
yeah? Okay.
And that's what you should write your content about, Allie. People are interested. And post it on Substack, post it on YouTube, get the shorts off of Substack and post those on YouTube, post them on Instagram, and post them on Facebook. That's it. You don't have to do a lot of talking to anybody. Just,
I know, but my TBI isn't like what I do. You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like I feel like it's like the victim thing that, I had this thing happen and so,
you're not a victim, you're overcoming it. And that is a huge deal. A lot of people that have traumatic brain injuries, they don't like they don't stick themselves out there. They're not
well,
like living, they just stop. And you're not like that at all. And
no, but I
yeah,
kind
it's
of
a pain
am
in the
because I'm,
ass,
I'm
but
definitely not social the way I used to be. And I don't have the patience
Mhm,
for long things like I used to.
mhm.
Even with
Talk
my
about
clients,
that.
like shit or get off the pot, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So,
Don't you think, Maria?
Yes, I mean, li life experiences that people can relate to sell almost as much as the topic the other lady talks about. Because people want to feel like, oh, there's actually somebody else out there who's going through all of this and has found a way to overcome it. So I can do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And community.
okay. All right. Try
I got
it.
this. All right. And for everybody else who's watching and might want to have a client acquisition audit, you can find one of those at coachesalchemist.com. And I look forward to chatting with you all. And we'll be back next week at 2 p.m. Mountain, same place.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
guys for joining me.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.